forced a field goal attempt, even if it's made, you have to feel really good if you're a Cowboys fan that somehow, some way, they're going to work their way into field goal range.
Ball at the 15. Greenbay can get a first down at the 5.
We do have a backup safety in the game, and One-Day Thomas, number 2, if you wanted to look there.
And no Josh Jacobs. Emmanuel Wilson remains the back. Kraft so big down here. Flip sides. Cowboys bringing 4. Love throwing end zone. Touchdown! Romeo Doubs again! It's the hat trick for Doubs, and the Packers take the lead. What a night for Romeo. Big extra point here to make it a 4-point game and force Dallas to need a touchdown. McManus knocks it through. Green Bay shores up the protection on the career-high 3-touchdown night for Romeo Doubs. Green Bay takes the lead again.
Really well-designed play call right here. You've got trips over here, so this safety is going to cheat here, which means you've got one-on-one with a lot of space in the middle of the field on the backside, and that's about as easy a pitch and catch in that situation as you can get. But just remember, so much of this game is about formations. You saw the late motion. They know how to open up those parts of the field, and for Matt LaFleur, that was really, really well done.
For Jordan Love, a 3-touchdown, no interception night, all 3 to Doubs, the 4th-round pick out of Nevada. Remember, Christian Watson is coming back from his ACL injury. Jaden Reed is out. So the receiver core has been thinned with Green Bay, but Doubs has stepped up and been huge tonight.
He really has. And that touchdown, again on 3rd down, I mean, they have really done a job on 3rd down. But to take that from a tie game to a 4-point lead and basically take the best field goal kicker in the National Football League and Brandon Aubrey out of the game.
On these kickoff returns tonight, Cavante Turpin has been slow playing and looking for a hole to open to hit. We'll see how McManus can point it. You know, he's got the laces facing the Cowboys sideline, which means you can't kick a little twist on it and make it tough to catch. So he's got retreating Turpin fielding it at the 1. He goes to the right. He's got some space. There goes Turpin. Good field position for Dallas at the 46-yard line. With 1:38 and a timeout for Prescott to take it to the end zone. Been here and done it 7 times.
Well, they've been unstoppable here, and the way they've done it, at least thus far, is they throw a couple of early passes to begin to drive and then come back to the run game some. But this is sort of that moment. We talked about the others before, but Pickens now, would be sure nice to get him involved.
It's down. Prescott had that slip out of his hands. Let's see what that is. It is ruled incomplete for the moment, and then
went forward with control of the ball. It's an incomplete pass. There was a receiver in the vicinity. 2nd down.
All answered there very efficiently by Ron Torbert.
Now we've got Nate Thomas playing the left tackle position.
35 seconds, please. 1:35. The clock will start in the snap. Thank you.
And once again, you heard Ron Torbert when he opened his mic to say that there was a receiver in the area and it was incomplete as Prescott lost control of the ball. Terry, the replay and live, there wasn't anybody really around as an eligible receiver. Torbert again talking on the mic.
The game clock will start in the snap.
We're just talking about the clock here. Terry, I'll take your 2 cents here.
Yeah, Mike, there is no receiver in the area. Now, if it slips out of his hands, there's no foul here, but it looks like he actually throws the football into an area where there's nobody. I believe this should have been intentional grounding.
And is the slips out of the hand the judgment of the referee?
It is, yes.
Gotcha,
If
thanks.
that's what he ruled, then it is no intentional grounding.
2nd and 10. 4-man rush. Big pressure inside. Ferguson protecting the ball. Takes a big hit. Gains 7. Clock spins with $1:25 to go.
And that's no surprise, right? We have seen when everything starts to get hot, Jake Ferguson is the guy that they want to get the football to. And here they go again.
George Pickens, bottom of the screen. Prescott inside. It's Jalen Tolbert crossing. Tolbert at the 30, brought down to the 27-yard line. 1:04 to go. Dallas will keep the pedal down. Parsons on the field. He'd love to have a closing exclamation point moment. He's moved over to the top of the screen.
They're dropping a lot of safeties in. There are going to be some chances down the field.
That got rid of it. Here's Pickens inside the 10. Pickens to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. In 62 seconds, they go 54 yards. Don't forget the Turpin kickoff return. And now the Cowboys will have a chance for a 3-point lead. And look at Prescott.
Hey, I'm just going to reference the New York Giants game. It ain't over yet.
Oh, no. Brandon McManus can hit him from long range as well, the Green Bay kicker. This Aubrey kick, huge. Good. Lead is 3, and the difference in the game right now was that blocked extra point and the 2-point return for it in the first half.
So what you're going to see are safeties dropping in there, which means right at the snap of the ball, Dak understands that's one-on-one with his best player on the outside. Get him the football, catch and run, break a tackle, and it has been the breakout night, at least as far as his Dallas Cowboys career goes, for George Pickens. He has been sensational tonight. And remember, that's Carrington Valentine, who's in for Nate Dobbs.
And Dak Prescott matching Jordan Love, their numbers almost the same. And George Pickens, he was frustrated when he did not perform and had a drop last week. And Dak said, you just got to stay on board here because no CD Lamb. We're going to ask a lot of you. And Pickens comes through. 2 touchdowns over 100 yards on the night. CD Lamb very happy. Green Bay has had issues trying to catch and how to return these Aubrey kicks. The last couple have pinned the Packers back at the 20. They need a field goal to tie. They've got all 3 timeouts. Aubrey's kicks, he drifts back. He catch it going backwards. From the 2, it's Savion Williams trying to get to the edge. He gets past the 20. Still going to the 26-yard line with 35 seconds remaining. And Green Bay will take over there.
Plenty of time. We flip it around now for the Green Bay Packers. And obviously, we're going to talk about Romeo Dobbs, but this has also been Tucker Kraft time as well.
McManus hit from over 60 in warm-up, so if you use that as a gauge to take a shot, they need to get around the 45. So Green Bay probably needs about 30 yards in 35 seconds with 3 timeouts. Very doable. Josh Jacobs back in. He's the back. The 26. Outlet. Jacobs, pass Shamar James, down the sideline, out of bounds to boot. He got everything there to the 49, and they're not too far from field goal range with plenty of time left.
Well, we talked about the backup linebacker, Shamar James, in the game, and those little swing passes have just been killing the Cowboys, whether it's a screen or a swing. That time, Shamar James just really could not make the play.
Murray back in the game. So James playing his first game, his first snaps. The 5th-round pick thrown in the middle of it here. Love, pressured, escapes, throws it out of the pocket, incomplete. Got to pass the line of scrimmage. Kraft in the area. Down to 22 seconds left.
I tell you, I think they're going to end up having to play James Houston a lot more. He is impacting the big moments of the game. He did not get Love on the ground that time, but he is a factor. He got the fumble earlier in the game, and I thought he had him again.
You just think, what do they need to have a realistic shot from here? A field goal is 67 yards. So they've got a couple of downs, a couple of timeouts to get 10 yards. Even 7 to take a shot at it. 22 to go. Cowboys show blitz. Here they come. Love gets it out. Complete sidelines to the 40-yard line with Malik Heath. That should put them in realistic range for the veteran McManus.
Yeah, I think realistic, and part of me wants to say, all right, now you could take a shot to try and get it all, but when you're in this situation, you've got to get it closer.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? You can't count on somebody making a 57-yard field goal.
We've all been spoiled by the evolution of the long kick. 17 to go, still all 3 timeouts. They'll run it inside here. Get nothing, take a timeout. Jacobs stopped by Murray, who's back in the game. A dozen seconds left in regulation.
It was 3rd down, too, so that became a factor. I mean, obviously, if they had gotten to 4th down, they would have had to kick it.
Greenbay is still first. It's a 30-second timeout.
Again, that bizarre missed extra point, blocked a return for 2. That rule changed a decade ago, 2015, so this is the 11th season of it. We've only had 15 instances where a team has taken one of those and scored the defensive 2 points. And it's the difference in the game because that's a 3-point swing. 1 less for Green Bay and 2 for Dallas. It was Wanye Thomas, second man in, got through the opening, got the block. And Marquise Bell brought it back, and Dallas had absolutely nothing going on at this point in the game.
And that was what Brian Schottenheimer said gave them a spark when Melissa talked to him.
12 to go. Timeout taken by Dallas. They got a peekaboo at what Green Bay was going to do.
3rd and final, charge timeout. Dallas.
Well, I think you're going to see the Dallas Cowboys allow a short completion. I really do, because you're going to get it down around that 5-second mark. They're going to kick it. If you do anything else, they're not a great blitz team, and if you take that chance and land in some man coverage, they've just given up so many big plays this year. So I think they'll sit back in their zones, rally up, make the tackle, and Green Bay will kick.
Green Bay had Mason Crosby as their kicker for so long. Went through a couple of rough spots last year, but McManus, a veteran, available, signed, and has really stabilized the kicking if it comes down to a field goal.
A sack here would be deadly, though.
And they choose to run it here with Clowney chasing Jacobs and brought him down at the 35-yard line. 8 seconds to go. And exactly like you were saying, Chris, just get a few more yards and a few more yards and get it a bit closer.
I mean, but it's still 53-yard field goal. So there's nothing easy about this upcoming kick. The one thing I would say about it right now is it's sitting dead center in the middle of the field. So depending on what your kicker likes, sometimes they like it in the middle, sometimes they like them on one of the hashes.
Manis made a 61-yarder back in 2021. Remember, he kicked in Denver for a long time. Made a 56 earlier this year, 55 last year with the Packers. It's been fun tonight. Good game, good day. Starting with the game in Dublin this morning and concluding here at Arlington tonight. 2nd and 6. Love with 7 seconds left, putting it up top and deep and out of play as everything was covered in the direction of Dontavian Wicks. And now Brandon McManus will come on with a long field goal attempt to try to tie this game.
You know, this game has just gone back and forth where the Packers could live with a field goal, and the Cowboys, when they drove, had to have a touchdown because of the 4 points versus the 3 points. And so the game might end on the 3-point to just go ahead and tie it up.
Matt Orzik is the snapper. Daniel Whelan, the punter, is the holder. It's McManus to tie the game from 53 yards. Operation clean. Kick is right down the middle. And we will go to overtime. Nailed it.
Well, I take back what I was saying about those 58-yard field goals. I think that would have been no problem. It's amazing what these guys are doing kicking the ball anymore.
The evolution of the 50-yard field goal has become just standard. The 50th 50-plus of McManus's career sends us to OT. This the second overtime in the National Football League this year. Game 62 of the league season. And the other overtime was right here. And the score in regulation was 37 apiece with Dallas and the Giants. And we'll do it again. Joe Milton, the backup quarterback, out for the coin flip. And McManus, who just made the game-tying field goal.
We will proceed to one overtime period of up to 10 minutes. Each team will have an opportunity to possess the ball unless there is a defensive score on the first possession. Each team has 2 timeouts. Fourth quarter timing rules apply. All replays will be handled by the replay booth upstairs. Any questions? All right, this is the same coin that we used to toss at the beginning of the game. This is tails. This is heads. Greenbay, what's your call? Heads is the call. Heads is the call. It is heads. You want to kick? Okay. Which goal do you want? Right. You want to kick? Okay. You want to, okay, flip around.
So the Giants
Greenbay has won the toss, elected to kick.
did the same thing in the first overtime game of this regular season with these adjusted rules where you're guaranteed a possession. They won the toss and chose to kick. And that's what Green Bay will do. We'll play a 5th period here in Dallas. All even at 37. Wild back and forth game. 31 points in the 4th quarter. Who's going to win it tonight? Well, the coaches in overtime, just like they needed one more decision, right? The rule change, they now have to make that decision after the coin toss.
Yeah, I think it's a big advantage to go second. I really do, because you know what the other team is going to put on the board, if anything. If it's a touchdown, it's one bit of strategy, and the second team will have the rights to 4-down territory all the way down the field. So it is an advantage. There is the possibility the Cowboys could take control of the ball, run out 10 minutes on the clock and kick a field goal and win it. The way they're scoring in this one, I don't think they could do it if they wanted to.
There's also that freak of a returner in Kavontae Turpin. There's a chance he can get it in his hands and go. He's going to bring it out from the goal line. Here comes Turpin looking for the opening, cutting it back inside, flag down. He's down to 43, and it'll bring it back. So it'll be a long field here for Dallas in all likelihood. Preliminary indication on the Cowboys. So the road will be long. Meantime, the kicker McManus was involved there around that tackle area, and he's a little shaken up. Let's watch that. That could be a huge development. And Ron Torbert again.
During the return, holding. Return team number 53. 10-yard penalty. Dallas's ball, 1st and 10.
You know,
Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Mike, that's one thing when you're talking about McManus. He could go into the concussion protocol. I'm not even saying that's what it is. But if it did work out that way, conceivably, he wouldn't be eligible to kick, right? I mean, anything's possible.
Affects a lot of things. Pointing towards his back area as he took that shot. So Melissa will keep an eye on that on the sideline. Cowboys begin overtime with the ball. And Prescott gives Javonte Williams. He runs it inside for 11 yards. Good carry for Williams.
Yeah, I really think, Mike, you're seeing some good play inside by Brock Hoffman and TJ Bass. We said this game may well come down to those two backup players. Watch the double team in here. Really set this thing up and just get the push to get that play started.
Parsons bottom of the screen, rushing inside, but Dak's got it out quick. He's got Pickens for 4 to the 35-yard line. Again, Dallas gets a possession. Green Bay guaranteed a possession no matter what Dallas does. The change in the rule in the offseason, ensuring that, like the playoffs, you get a shot with the ball.
Yeah, and Carrington Valentine out there just gave up the touchdown. So they're like, let's throw another one in front of him and see if he's still ready for this thing. But it is hot in this building. And Green Bay comes from a different environment than what Dallas does. You wonder how much this heat may be impacting them here in the fourth quarter and overtime.
2nd and 6. Williams, that time Green Bay had it all stopped up. Limiting the gain. It'll be 3rd down now here for the Cowboys. 90 seconds into this 10-minute overtime session.
Well, we've got 2 play callers on either side as head coaches in this game. And this is the play call of the night.
Says 4. It's really like 4 3/4 that Dallas needs here.
Micah Parsons out wide, and he is going to get a running start.
Into the play clock, off in time. Prescott throwing sideline, caught. It's Pickens. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. George Pickens targeted for the 11th time, 8th catch of the night.
Big time throw right there, and it's set up by this big guy out here, Nate Thomas. He's got Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons has space, and he just flat out got it done on that one. And then Dak and Pickens delivered as they have all night long.
Pickens coming up huge, stepping into CeeDee Lamb's position. Just outside the 42. Play pass out quick. Caught by Schoonmaker, tight end. Limited gain to the 39-yard line. Again, you're thinking touchdown, but you want to get points on the board. This is in Brandon Aubrey's field goal range. The whole building, it feels like it is, but it would be 57 from here.
I wonder if Dak was wondering who made that play call. We're going to bootleg into Micah Parsons. That's the first time we've seen that, and he barely got it off.
Micah Parsons credited for 2 assisted tackles, no solos, no sacks on the night. 2nd and 7. Prescott gets away. Parsons chasing him. Puts it up for grabs. Coming back is Tolbert. Did he keep his feet in? Yes, he did. Ruled a catch on the sideline inside the 5. Whoa.
That is an unbelievable play. I'm going to tell you, for Dak Prescott, if you have any doubts, let's make sure he's in. Yes, I think so.
Play.
Looks all good.
What a play.
They're going to run down and make sure they do it fast, but they don't have to. But that was a fadeaway for Dak Prescott on the release. I don't know how he got the ball down there that far.
Play clock down to 7. Cowboys have it 1st and goal. And Brian Schottenheimer's going to take a timeout. You get 2 in overtime, and he wants to take 1 here. As you said, Chris, it has been a long night. It's hot. Cowboys have run 64 plays. Just give everybody a chance to catch their breath and not waste it down here. Back to that play. Prescott keeping it alive for that shot downfield.
So it isn't one of those plays. You're going to see him when he comes out here. He's not running towards the line of scrimmage. He's going to face pressure coming at him. So he's got to back away from this throw, and it throws it 45 yards-ish in the air out here. This is not your typical on the move. This is going backwards, all arm, and put it right on the button.
Hey, shout out to Ryan Dixon. He's the field judge in the shot there. He got that call right. Those calls are so tight. We're looking at it in super slow-mo and stopping it. Heck of a play, heck of a call. first and goal, Dallas from the 5. Lipke in motion. Williams carries a yard or so to the 4. It's like you're watching the game, you're watching the down and distance, and then every once in a while you go, ooh, look at the clock. The clock moves, it feels like it moves at double speed in overtime sometimes.
It really does. Here comes Micah Parsons back in after a little bit of a breather now. Let's see where they're going to line him up here.
Left side of the defensive line, right on the hash mark, closest to you. Dak, play fake, looking. Here's Parsons chasing. Dak taking off. Parsons gets him. He comes down. He's down by contact. That is no gain. Could technically be called a sack, depending on how the statisticians deem it. Either way, it's third down.
It doesn't matter what it is. It is a touchdown saving play by Micah Parsons. I mean, he's going in. There's not a doubt in my mind. The corner had his back turned. Just pure hustle and speed, and that's what you pay for.
So it sets up third and goal, officially ruled a sack. Interesting to see if they don't get it, what the decision is for Schottenheimer. 4:50 to go. Flanoy in motion. Prescott looking, throwing back to the end zone and getting rid of it. Nothing was open. Throws it away. Fourth down. Got to kick the field goal here, and on comes Aubrey to try to give Dallas the lead.
Unbelievable, right? I mean, we saw Dak Prescott run in for the touchdown earlier. You sort of contained Micah Parsons all night.
Yes.
Jerry is probably thinking, thank goodness he didn't tear us up tonight. And then the moment of the game, when it looked like Dak was going to run in for the touchdown, Micah came out of nowhere.
So Aubrey out. Dallas will go for the field goal here. 22 yards, just the short stuff for Aubrey here. And he pops it through, and the Cowboys take the lead 40-37. The score by which they won the game in here 2 weeks ago against the Giants. Now the Packers get it. Field goal to keep it going, touchdown to win. If they don't score, the Cowboys will win. Tonight, what a show put on. Jordan Love, 300-yard game, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Dak Prescott matching that, and had a rushing touchdown to boot, although he stopped trying to get another one. Romeo Doubs, career-high 3 touchdown catches on the night. And on the other side, George Pickens only has 2, but he's got a $134, has come up with some big plays. It has been a one-score game since late in the second quarter. Dallas leads by 3. Greenbay's got Bo Melton and Savion Williams back to receive. Again, a perfect kick by Aubrey, bouncing it in the landing zone, bounces into the end zone, and Green Bay has to start from the 20. Aubrey's been sensational with those kickoffs in this second half.
And it's so key because now they start on the 20. The kickoff almost never starts on the 20 or inside short of a foul. And because of those kicks, it is a long way to go now for the Green Bay Packers. They do have the advantage, obviously, 4-down territory until they at least get into field goal range. So it'll be tough for the Cowboys to stop them here.
Touchdown wins. Field goal continues the game for the balance of the 4:40 that's left. A turnover or a Dallas stop on downs, and the Cowboys move to 2-2. Jordan Love begins it from the 20-yard line. Josh Jacobs, the back. Out quick. Dontavian Wicks met by Dante Fowler. Limited gain.
Pretty conservative approach now for the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously don't want to give up anything big. But Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott. Mike, this is just tremendous, right? I mean, you have to remember the Green Bay Packers have just dominated on defense really all season long. They've just been playing great. And the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, you wondered whether that offense could be enough. And he told us, we haven't been stopped. We've stopped ourselves.
Love pressured, flushed by his old teammate, Kenny Clark. And a flag is thrown as the pass is incomplete. Ineligible downfield on Green Bay is the indication. Pass was incomplete. It would be 3rd and 6 if he declined the penalty or push him back for second.
Ineligible player illegally downfield. Offense number 75. That penalty's been declined. It's 3rd down.
Interesting. It is 4-down territory, but he'll keep it at 3rd down and a half dozen.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say this was an RPO, but I wasn't so sure that it wasn't a little bit messed up. It was an RPO. He pulls it down, and then that allows those offensive linemen at a certain time, they have to go downfield, and they're going to make that block. But for Ryan, that one hurt.
So the Packers have 2 plays to get just over 6 yards.
All up.
This game going, and is Dallas taking their final timeout? Let's see.
They were showing heavy blitz pre-snap. I hate that timeout happened. I was looking forward to watching that.
So Dallas is now out of timeouts. Again, it doesn't matter for challenges because overtime, all the challenges are initiated by the booth or the replay center in New York. I love this new overtime format. This is so much fun, isn't it?
It really is, and it's honestly what it should be.
Absolutely.
It was so unfair before. One team could take it, go down, score a touchdown, and that was the end of the game. It seems silly. So the league is, and let's give some credit too. The kickoff rule has really improved the game.
Yes.
It just has.
Let me come back to what you said at the start of the game. Yeah, this whole Micah Parsons start. We don't know who's going to win that trade 2, 3, 4 years down the road. But a win for Dallas tonight in this atmosphere and environment would be huge going forward with momentum for them.
And here they go. I think they are showing that same blitz again. Let's see if they pull out of it.
3rd and 6. They're bringing 5. Love's putting it up top towards Wicks. Comes back. Packers want a flag. They get nothing. Incomplete. We're down to 1 play to keep the game going.
This is a blitz and throw it up in the air, and there's Wicks, and let's take a look. When I first saw it, I thought it was interference. Hard to tell whether it was Bland's arm that pulled him down, but
Wicks initiates with the first 2 hands on Bland.
wow, close. Let's just call it close.
No doubt. So here we go. Got to get the first down to keep the game going. 4th and 6, and Green Bay will
First time out of overtime, Green Bay.
30
seconds.
Good sweaty palm stuff here.
Well, we have seen in some key moments, not always, but Jordan Love does have the ability to take off. And if you spread it out enough, that creates double opportunities. It creates an opportunity to either get the pass in or you create some space for your quarterback to run. So this is that moment. I mean, it really is for the Green Bay Packers. This is one they had to feel pretty good about coming in here, and they are 1 play away from walking away with a loss.
Emmanuel Wilson's the back. 4th down to keep the game alive.
No pressure out of Dallas.
Here's Love, gotta have at least 6. Puts it up, it is double caught and a first down. Matthew Golden able to hang on, 38-yard line.
And one of the things they told us about Matthew Golden is he probably has the strongest, best hands on the team. And there it was in the clutch. He had the confidence to reach those hands out and make that catch. Anytime you've got a rookie and you're going to that guy when you gotta have it, that tells you something.
Everyone, that was line 1. Great hands on 0. He keeps the game alive. It's an inside run with Wilson. Emmanuel Wilson gets close to the 47-yard line. 3:05 to go. Green Bay trying to get in range.
And Mike, emotionally for a defensive team, you're 1 play away, right? You're thinking, we make this stop, we go home, we party, we celebrate, we beat Micah Parsons, and then they hit the first down. Now you've got to regroup. Now you've got to piece it all back together and try to get it to that 4th down again.
Green Bay taking its time here. 1 timeout remaining. Love again inside. Give Wilson into the secondary to the 40-yard line. And the yards coming in bigger chunks on the ground with Emmanuel Wilson for 13.
You know, Wilson really wasn't much of a factor for this team until last week, and he got a bunch of opportunities. Had 48 yards rushing, and thank goodness he's been in there tonight for Josh Jacobs. He's done a job.
There's a 2-minute warning in overtime, and will come here. Packers sitting on, for the moment, a 58-yard field goal to tie if they can't move it any closer to the goal line. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Again, Green Bay needs a field goal to tie. Beauty here from these teams. Dallas up in overtime by 3. Chris, also interesting towards the end of the game here, if you're a Matt LaFleur and you get Jordan Love at quarterback, you'd like to milk clock here as well. Of course, you want to score and win the game, a touchdown. Field goal, you don't want to give the ball back to Dallas.
And they can do it because Dallas now out of timeouts.
Green Bay driving at the 40-yard line. It remains Emmanuel Wilson as the back. Dallas bringing an extra rusher. It's thrown inside and caught. Nice move, slithering by his Wicks to the 25-yard line. Goes Dontavian Wicks. He's got a Packer first down. 1:45 to go here in OT.
Yeah, they brought the blitz that time with Reddy Stewart, but he was so far away, he really could not impact the play. I think he's right out here. He's going to try to come in, but look how far away that is. And basically the ball is gone before he has any chance. So now you're creating a void in that zone defense, trying to get there, but the timing of it wasn't good enough.
Green Bay, 1 timeout left. 80 seconds left in OT. 25, Love slant again. 6 yards on that one. To the 19-yard line goes Dobbs.
I think we know who his favorite receiver is. You know, and you know, don't forget that Christian Watson's out, Jaden Reed's out. I mean, there are good receivers that are going to be coming back on this Packers team.
24, it is Wilson running left. Emmanuel Wilson trying to get to the outside. It's a good tackle by Donovan Wilson. Or else Emmanuel could have gone a long way. Now, 40 seconds left. Do the Packers take a shot or two at the end zone to try to win it here?
And they know exactly who the kicker is for the Dallas Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 12. Love gets it out. Big hit on Golden. Trayvon Diggs all over it. Loss of 3. And the clock is stopped. Final timeout of the Packers at 28 seconds.
That's his second one. Watch Diggs just come flying up. He's going to read Love, who has to turn all the way around. The minute he does, he runs right past the block on the outside to make that play. Because he read it so much faster than Dobbs saw him coming, he was able to split that gap. Big time play.
You can get a first down inside the 3, but you got a couple of shots for the win here. And then the 4th down field goal would tie, and you'd leave here with a tie.
You also have a clock to think about.
Yeah.
You know, so plenty of time right now. You could still complete the ball in the middle of the field, run up, down the ball, and have at least one more play.
2nd and 13, 28 seconds to go. Cowboys bring 4. Love outlets it. Wilson is stopped in the field of play at the 16 with 21 left. Now it's 3rd down. As it runs down to 13 seconds, they're going to have to leave themselves time for a field goal attempt here. Down to 7 seconds left as Love takes the snap.
The game right here.
Better be quick. Love to the end zone. It is broken up with 1 second to go.
That was so poorly managed. They almost lost the game before they had a chance to tie it.
And also lucky that that ball bounces where it hit, because the clock stops once it hits something there. Incomplete. If he just put that out of the back of the end zone, they would have run out of time. So McManus is on for the game-tying field goal.
I mean, once you get down inside of 10 seconds, anything can happen. Love could have scrambled around. He gets the ball out of his hands, but my goodness, that was terrible.
Here's McManus for the tie, 34. And this one is good, and this one ends in the second highest scoring tie game in NFL history. 40-40. Each team got it once. Each team got a field goal. Wow. And all you can do is just... All right, that's it. No more.
That was fun. You know, sometimes you're just happy to be invited to the party.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, pretty cool.
What up, baby?
Boy, that would have been unbelievable for the night that Jordan Love had. To have that thing come down to that play. And you know what he was thinking. He didn't want to spike the football, right?
Right.
Because then he would have had to kick it right there. He wanted one more shot, but it just happened too slowly.
Just interesting, the new thoughts of how you handle an overtime situation. It ends in a 40-40 tie, and Micah's return. The Chevrolet postgame comes your way from Arlington after these messages.